I'm actually not going to present. I just have to say a couple words, and I'm going to let our training chief operations individual, TJ Booms, talk about the situation. Okay. I just want to kind of go over a couple real brief things. So we don't have very many of these occasions where we have a Lifesaving Award. I believe we've had 3 this year. 2 people didn't want anything formal. They come to the station, we'll do a dinner, things like that. But what I wanted to remind everybody is there's 4 links to the chain of survival. Early access, meaning dial 911, and we push that forever, right? Call 911, call 911, it's emergency. Second one is early CPR, which is why we're here tonight for a young lady who actually just learned CPR and started it. And then the next part is your advanced life support, your paramedics, some of which that were there here tonight. The rest had to go out on a call, so they're a little delayed. And then getting to the hospital quickly with good equipment. So thank you for that. Thank you for the staffing. Thank you for our good equipment. Now I'm going to turn it over to TJ so he can talk about what really happened. You guys can come on up over here.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Right behind you. Come on up.
Here's...
Yes. No, yeah.
So I appreciate the time tonight. I will try not to be too lengthy in explanation. It's a pretty exciting circumstance that we're here to kind of celebrate and recognize. One of the greatest rewards that you can get as a first responder is the opportunity to shake the hands of somebody who you had a part in saving. That does not always happen as often as we would like, just because of the nature of the circumstances that we're typically called for. American Heart Association reports that there are over 350,000 cardiac arrests that happen out of hospital annually. That number fluctuates a little bit, but that is what they most recently reported as their website. Around 90% of those cases don't make it. So it's a pretty big thing when we have something like this. Of data reported, some of the data is what we report to a Michigan data collection company, says that 7.7% of people in Michigan that experience an out-of-hospital cardiac arrest, witnessed cardiac arrest, is 7.7% is your survival rate. Here in Meridian Township, we're actually sitting at 9.4%. So that's due in part to staffing, as the chief mentioned, good equipment and things like that. Tonight, I'm honored to introduce to you our own survivor, Mr. Thomas Kissling. He went into cardiac arrest at his home. I got a little more of the backstory, and he kind of jokingly said that this all started because of him, which is absolutely true. But he went into cardiac arrest in his home. 911 was called. Meridian Township Police and Fire Department both responded, as well as his granddaughter. The following team members were there that day and were able to make a difference for him. Unfortunately, some of them are out dealing with the remnants of a structure fire, so we're unable to recognize all of them. But if you would like to come up, the chief will hand you the certificates. I'll read off of their names. There are several Meridian Township police officers on scene. They were unable to make it here tonight. Nate Lafayette, who is not, he's out on a call currently. Amanda Arnett, who is also on a call. Captain Chris Johnson, Battalion Chief Mark Vroman, and then we have 2 individuals here with us that were, I believe, the first ambulance to arrive at the home. And that's Lieutenant Jeff Romick, Firefighter Ben Haviland, and so those are 2 of the members of that crew that was there that day, and that's what it takes to produce an outcome like this, is to have all of those things line up for that success to happen. I'd like to talk for just a minute about heroes. If you ask most police fire personnel, they'll probably never tell you that they're heroes. And I think Christopher Reeve, Superman himself, defines a hero as this: an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. It takes great strength to step in and help a complete stranger, but it takes even more strength and courage to compose yourself and help a family member. Mr. Kissling's 12-year-old granddaughter did just that. She just recently completed CPR training so she could do a babysitting job, and she was at his house that evening when he collapsed on the kitchen table and then to the ground. Grandma called 911. Kate stepped in and started doing compressions, and my understanding is her little brother also took care of the dogs and got things kind of organized a little bit away from the scene. So we'll have to recognize his role in this as well. Her performing CPR, according to AHA, either doubled or tripled his chance of survival because it provided oxygenation that's important to keep all of the cells within the body at a state in which our medics can come and maybe convert a lethal rhythm or do some other interventions to reverse the causes. So while she was doing CPR, she was providing the oxygenation to his body. The ambulance arrived. Without her actions, the outcome could have been much different. And so I'm honored to call Kate up here to receive an award from her grandfather. You want to say something? Go ahead.
I think that it's very important for everyone to learn CPR and take a class or something because it's very personal to me, and I think that it could, and well, I know that it could save a lot of people.
Thank you.
And now I think Manager Walsh has something to present as well.
First of all, I find it very ironic. We're here tonight and I see Trustee Scales in the audience. Trustee Scales, this gentleman right here, was saved. He went into arrest in front of his home and was saved by an Amazon driver. Ended up, I think, on the Kelly Clarkson show, so you've got some great things to look forward to. But it's very ironic that you're here tonight. About 1.5 years ago, Joyce Vancouvering, a member of our public who serves on a number of our boards, she brought me in something and she gave it to me, and I said, "Oh, thank you, that's really nice." Thought she was giving it to me. And she says, "No, it's not for you. I want you to keep this in your office." So it's been in there for 1.5 years. She was just named Volunteer of the Year yesterday, so this is all very ironic. But what she said is, "I want you to wait and give it to the most appropriate person you find in the next couple years." And when I met you tonight, I realized you're it. So I want you to accept this on behalf of the township and Joyce Vancouvering, and you're welcome to open it and show everybody what it is. She made this. It's a Meridian Township pillow. That's for you. So congratulations. Thank you very much. It's an honor to meet you. So, and thank you to your family. I don't know, Supervisor, if you have anything to say. Supervisor Jackson.
Yes, the first thing I'd like to know is, Kate, would you give us your name? I don't think anyone has given us your whole name in this presentation.
Kate Lyon.
Lyon? And I would also like to ask, and where did you get your CPR training?
At the Forest Hills Community Center.
Forest Hills Community Center. Are there other board members who would like to ask Kate questions about her experience?
Maybe introduce your parents.
That would be great. And your little helper as well.
This is Jack.
Congratulations, Jack.
I know it's not appropriate to tell someone's age, but Kate was 12 when all of this happened.
Ah.
So that training came in just in time.
Incredible.
We're all very proud of you and congratulate you, and look forward to great things going forward from you. Thank you all.